This decision by Shedeur Sanders just made him millions of dollars. Let's talk about it.
Shedeur Sanders just pulled off the kind of move that makes NFL veterans clutch their pearls and check their bank accounts twice. Forget touchdown passes, this man just scored the Nike Super Bowl of contracts, and the league is sitting there like a jealous ex, scrolling through his Instagram.
Shedeur got on the field. You watching the game, Chad, there's a lot of Shedeur Sanders fans. What did you think of his first outing?
Listen, all the talk and the narratives and the storylines and whatever you want to say, sooner or later that ball's about to snap. And that young man we watched at Colorado was one of the best football players in the nation.
Imagine being a rookie and already signing a deal so massive that half the NFL is wondering if they should have majored in marketing instead of football. Did Shedeur just outplay billionaires off the field? Oh, it's worse than you think, because this deal has the NFL absolutely spiraling.
About what I just said about the shoe opportunity that could present itself for Nike, who's a Nike school. And the reason I say Nike is because it's a Nike school. They don't want another brand with the kid wearing them on field, but they get him head to toe, okay? Not just off the field, they can get him head to toe with a signature shoe. If he had that right now, and you mentioned record-breaking Colorado State, Skip, how many eyeballs would have seen that, what did you call it, Michael? Number 2, prime 2 or something?
Prime 2.
Okay, calm down, kid. We're talking about a contract so massive, so headline-grabbing, that the NFL itself looks like it just got dunked on in slow motion. It's not a shoe deal. It's not a sponsorship. It's practically Nike handing Shedeur the keys to their vault and saying, "Go crazy, champ." And what's wild? He hasn't even taken a professional NFL snap yet.
Shedeur was fantastic last night. I'm rooting for him to succeed in the NFL, but this is a little too much here, right? This is just a little too much. Last night after the game, Nike drops an ad, only a matter of time with the caption, "When you get your opportunity, create your next one." I get what they're doing. They probably hit their social media impressions and engagement goals last night because this went off. But the bottom line is, save this for when he wins a regular season game. This is the kind of stuff why people don't like Shedeur. It's not Shedeur himself. He's a good kid. He's a good role model. He's a good quarterback. But people trying to boost him up like this for a preseason start is why we have issues and why people want to see him fail.
Think about that. Decades of NFL legends, guys who broke bones, split helmets, and built dynasties, are sitting there scrolling their phones only to see Shedeur Sanders, a college quarterback still figuring out how to make the playoffs, bag the type of contract that makes veteran Pro Bowlers want to retire and become TikTok influencers. You could almost hear the collective sound of NFL linemen sighing into their meal prep chicken breast.
Shedeur Sanders for MVP already. Now, let me not take it too far, but it's another example of how quick and fast Nike is with their marketing. Perfect. Shedeur is the perfect athlete to work with. He's unique. He sticks to himself and his family for the most part. He's marketable. He's charismatic. He smiles. All of the above. And Nike is so quick with the timing. They say only a matter of time. Come on, man. I told y'all, Reebok.
Nike didn't just slide into Shedeur's DMs with a free pair of sneakers and a pat on the back. Oh no, they went full all in, putting their biggest swoosh on the Sanders brand like it's the next Jordan Empire. And let's be honest, they might not be wrong. The kid has swagger dripping out of his wrist tape, a fan base already treating him like he's Tom Brady's cooler, younger cousin, and a father who just happens to be Deion Sanders, the human embodiment of a highlight reel. It's like Nike saw the Sanders family Christmas card and said, "Yup, this is our retirement plan."
Did y'all see about like the business side of it, like his contract? Like he gets a percentage of every one of his jersey sales.
Oh yeah.
So they wanted to like basically shadow ban him and his stock pick because the more famous he is and the more they sell, they owe him more money.
I probably believe it. Probably
Like,
something
he
like
has
that.
apparently a super unique NFL contract.
Damn.
That's interesting. I would love to see
I gotta
that.
do some more research, but
And that Browns fan base, bro, they have been through some shit. They are happy for everything to come that way. So
But
they rock with
everybody's
him.
buying them jerseys. And did y'all see the price of tickets for that preseason game after he announced that he was gonna be the starter?
Crazy.
Right on the shit went from $12 to $150.
The NFL, meanwhile, is watching this like a bitter step-parent at graduation. On one hand, they love the attention because hype equals ratings. On the other hand, nothing screams, "You're losing cultural influence," louder than a college kid signing a deal bigger than what some Hall of Famers made in their entire careers. The Shield is supposed to be the main event, but suddenly it looks like a warm-up act for Shedeur's sneaker commercial.
Hey, bro.
Can we keep it a bean, dog? He shouldn't have been no 5th round pick, dog. He should not have been a 5th round pick. Now, he plays on the Browns. I'm a Steelers fan, so, like, him doing well, it's like, do I really want to see him? Not really. I'm rooting for the brother, though. I'm rooting for him. Probably one Cleveland Brown player I root for. But 14 of 23, 138 passing yards, 2 TDs. He missed a couple throws here and there. I was like, damn, Shedeur, really? You missed that? You missed that throw? But he made some really nice, calm, collected throws.
And don't think for a second this is just about football. Nike is playing chess here. They know Shedeur isn't just a quarterback, he's a walking, talking marketing machine. Every time he posts an Instagram story, an entire generation of teenagers suddenly wants to throw spirals in designer hoodies. Every time he walks into a stadium with custom sunglasses, the resale market spikes harder than Bitcoin after a Musk tweet. Nike saw all that and decided to slap their logo on him, like he's the new face of global cool.
The clause is called Prime Equity. This clause gives Sanders a percentage of revenue generated from merchandise, sponsorships, and promotions linked to his name and likeness.
And they got an NIL in the NFL.
Oh yeah, that's why people ain't fucking with him.
That's what they said. It wasn't that his character was stupid. They was trying
He's too smart.
Yeah, that's why he got picked so far back, because apparently his agents wanted this clause in the contract.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk numbers. While Nike keeps the exact figures under wraps, insiders are already calling it one of the biggest NIL deals ever signed. Translation: Shedeur's bank account is now swole enough to make oil barons feel insecure. We're talking a deal so fat it probably has its own zip code. And the hilarious part? He still technically plays for free on Saturdays. Imagine pocketing millions from Nike while still sitting in film study next to a teammate who's stressing about cafeteria meal swipes.
Look, what an opportunity. I think Shedeur can play. I thought he was the best quarterback in college football a year ago. Okay, he was supposed to be the number 1 pick 6 months before the draft. It paid 1-to-1, from an odds standpoint. But Will, and I know how, I already know how this is going to go. I already know how this is going to be received by a lot of people, because I'm going to be labeled a hater or even worse in some circles.
And the ripple effects? Oh, they're seismic. Other college athletes just found out the bar has been set somewhere in the stratosphere. Forget dreaming about making it to the league. Now the dream is, please let me sign a shoe deal before I throw a pass against Arizona State. Coaches across the country are sweating because recruiting just turned into a sneaker-fueled arms race. Nike threw down the gauntlet, and you can bet Adidas and Under Armour are scrambling to find their own golden child before the swoosh eats the whole market.
I'm a massive Shedeur Sanders fan. I'm a massive fan of what Deion Sanders has done at Colorado. I have a Shedeur Sanders jersey in my closet. But the victory lapping I'm seeing on this app and over on Twitter right now about Sanders, it's absurd and it's delusional. I understand that a lot of Shedeur Sanders fans became college football fans whenever Deion came to Colorado. Now they're becoming NFL fans as Shedeur goes to the NFL. But what you need to understand is if Shedeur Sanders replicates his exact performance every time he steps on the field in preseason, that still might not be enough to play a singular snap in the regular season. And that sounds crazy, but it's really not. It happens pretty regularly. If you replace the name Shedeur Sanders with any other name, you can see why.
Meanwhile, NFL owners are side-eyeing this like, wait a minute, we're the billionaires here. For decades, the league has been the place where endorsement dreams come true. You grind in the NFL, you get your commercials, maybe a cereal box if you're lucky. But Shedeur flipped the script. He secured the bag before ever stepping foot on their field, and now the league looks like a backup dancer in his halftime show. The balance of power has shifted, and let's just say Roger Goodell probably has Nike HQ pinned on his GPS right now.
So it is now being reported that Shedeur Sanders has the highest selling NFL jersey in the 2025 NFL Draft. Now, I made a video the other day telling people, we're not supporting the NFL. We're not going to buy their jerseys. We only buying them from Shedeur Sanders himself. But, of course, like I said, man, people love an underdog. And, people was going to do what they was going to do anyway outside of our community. But what makes me the most happy is that we showed up and showed out, because not only does he has the highest selling jersey in the 2025 NFL Draft, but he also sold out of a few pieces of merchandise that he had on his own website. So salute to us.
But here's the kicker. Shedeur knows exactly what he's doing. The kid has mastered the art of hype. He's inherited Primetime's ability to make headlines just by breathing, and he's turned it into a marketing strategy. Every move he makes, every outfit, every throw, he knows eyes are glued on him. And Nike knows that too. They didn't just buy an athlete, they bought a storyline. They bought the Sanders legacy. They bought the drama, the swagger, the spotlight. And they're about to make billions turning it into sneakers, hoodies, and commercials where Shedeur probably throws a football through 3 flaming hoops while wearing diamond cleats.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. All you fans out there, NFL fans, especially if you Brown fans, go get that 1-2 jersey. And I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders. Because if y'all know this now, you're going to know it soon. He's going to be the starter day one. He's the best one in the room. Listen, if you're in Ohio and you don't have Myles Garrett's jersey, you don't have Jamar Chase jersey, if you don't have Joe Burrow's jersey, if you don't have Spidey Mitchell's jersey, it's one jersey you better have then. And that's Shedeur Action Sanders. Legendary.
So now the big question, does this deal make Shedeur Sanders overrated, or is it proof he's the future face of football? Well, that depends on whether you think marketing matters more than stats. Right now, Shedeur has one of the biggest platforms in sports, and he hasn't even hit the NFL draft. If he delivers on the field, he becomes the ultimate sports brand, maybe even the first college-to-pro crossover who eclipses the league itself in star power. If he flops, well, Nike just paid premium price for the next Johnny Manziel documentary.
I knew it wasn't going to be too big for him. I just, I was having some problems and trying to figure out why we were not giving this kid the reps or some reps. I know we have a lot of quarterbacks on this football team, but to give all those guys reps and not give this kid any reps, I'm saying, what the hell are we doing over there? What's going on? And then think about it. We pretty much just threw him into the fire without any reps or anything like that. I mean, and look how this kid responds. And he's not going against the scrubs out there. No. He's going against their first defense.
Either way, it's a gamble so bold it makes Wall Street look boring. The bottom line? Shedeur Sanders didn't just sign a contract. He just rewrote the playbook for what it means to be a college athlete in 2025. The NFL can act shocked all it wants, but deep down, it knows what's happening. The players are bigger than the league now, the brands are calling the shots, and Shedeur Sanders just became the poster boy for a future where quarterbacks don't just chase Super Bowls, they chase billion-dollar sneaker empires. Because at the end of the day, who needs a rookie contract when you already got Nike funding your legacy? The NFL better get used to it, because Shedeur just showed everyone that the swoosh is mightier than the shield.